guys, and welcome to the Treasure Coast Market Update, where I am going to give you insight to what's going on in Port St. Lucie. Stay tuned.
You better get fired up.
What's going on, guys? Happy Wednesday. We dig into stats every single Wednesday at 11 o'clock because I want to make sure that you, as a buyer, as a seller, as a homeowner, are the most educated people in this market when it comes to real estate. I feel like it's my job. It's my duty. So we're going to dig into something different every single Wednesday. If you've got something you want me to look into specifically, a different price point, maybe an HOA, sales prices, active asking prices, whatever it is, just let me know in the comments. Send me a private DM on Facebook, and I'm happy to get that video out next Wednesday, right? So today we're going to look at a couple things, and I am going to share screen here. Give me 1 second. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. All right. So let's get into, so this is the MLS. What you're seeing right now is the MLS. It's a multiple listing service, and this is what a realtor uses to list a property, right? So as a seller, this is one of your biggest, if not your biggest tool, marketing-wise, because it not only gets you on the MLS where all the realtors can see you, and then, you know, they do other automated emails to their buyers, but it also sends you to all the IDX websites like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor, eXp Realty, Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Century 21, Remax, you name it, it goes to all those sites. So if you're a buyer and you're looking at one of those sites, it's coming from here. This is the hub. This is the main part where it all comes from, right? So this is pretty exciting for a realtor. It's about as exciting as it gets anyway, right? So we're going to look at a couple things. I'm going to come in. Oh, here we go. I'm going to come in to Port St. Lucie. And let's look at solds over the last month. So right now it's 326. Let's go back to 226. Oh, that's going back a year though. There we go. Sound effects included. Okay, now let's just look at single family homes. That means we're going to take out condos, townhouses, modular homes, those types of things. And you can see we had 335 sales in the last month. Okay, so to look up the median, we're going to look up median sales price first. The median's the middle. So it's 165 plus 3 is 168. Let's see where 168 is at. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put these in order from highest to lowest. And I'll tell you, over the last year, the prices have gone kind of like this, between 415 and 425. But lately, when I checked it, well, I should say Monday, it was 420. So let's see what we're looking at now. Oh man, I forgot my number already. 165 and 3 is 168. Okay. Coming down. Where's 168? Right here. 419,995. Holy smokes. It's a reduction of $5. So homes are on sale. Great news. All right. So we're still hovering right around that 420 price point. Now what we're going to look at is something else. I get people that listen to the news, or they listen to their friend, or they listen to the person at Publix grocery store, and they hear that it's a down market. It's a soft market, meaning I, as a buyer, can come in 50 grand, 75 grand, 100 grand low, and I can still get that house. How great that is. And I got to tell you, well, why tell you? Why not show you? Let's go see what's really happening. This LP divided by SP is list price compared to sales price, okay? So we're going to come down to descending. And again, let's see what the median is. And you can see there's a couple up here. So for 35% over, 24% over, 13% over, 11% over. But let's see what 168 is. That's the median. 168 is right here. 99%. 99%. So whatever they were asking, they got 99% of it. That's the median. Okay. So of course, if we go on the low end, there's going to be homes that sell for, 75, 80, 85%. Those tend to be turds. They tend to be homes that need a lot of stuff. There aren't a lot of buyers attracted to them. And the guy who eventually is attracted is one of the only few who will do all that work. So I always tell people, if you're looking for a smoking deal in this market, you're going to have to look at turds. Are you okay with turds? If you're not okay with turds, then we got to go look at some nice homes, right? And if we're looking at nice homes, there's going to be a lot of people attracted to them, and boom, the median price is going to be 99%. So if you're looking at a $400,000 home, that's $396 is what you're going to see as a median sales price on that $400,000 home. On $500,000, you're looking at $495. All right, so that's typical. So if you're looking to come in and do $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 low on an offer, it's not that there aren't homes that won't sell for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 low. Again, it's not going to be that beautifully staged home, marketed well with a great realtor who knows how to negotiate and is priced it right. It's not going to sell for 20, 30 grand under. right? The homes that sell for that well under are homes that need new roofs. They've got wallpaper peeling off. They need new flooring. It smells like smoke. And most people just aren't attracted to those homes, which is why they get the good deal on price. So now what I want to do is I want to put this price high to low, and I want to show you kind of where these prices are. Excuse me, what we're selling. And this is the last like roughly 30 days. It's a month. And I'll tell you, we're seeing a lot of high price sales. We don't normally see this many. Now you can see this has got two different MLS numbers. This one starts with RX. This one starts with TX. It's the same address, same price, right? So this is one listing. So we got a 2.4, a 2 million, a 1.1. This is the same property. A 1. That for Port St. Lucie, that's a lot of 7-figure homes in 30 days. That's not normal. And then we got a 992. Then it jumps way down to 832, and then another huge jump down to 763, 760, blah, 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 blah. How many do we have over 500,000? The line is right here. 73 out of 335. That honestly surprises me. That's really high. I'm going to guess that's a third. 73 divided by 335. Oh, I'm way off. It's 21.8%. Okay. That's still quite a bit. That's still quite a bit. And especially when you're looking at, like, let's say 700 grand or more, 21 divided by 335. That's 6%. That's 6%. Let's see where the low end is. Price ascending. Okay. Well, I think this guy might have made a mistake. I don't think that home sold for $390, but you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4 that sold for under $200,000. And then you get another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that sold for $250 or less. So that is 10 houses that sold for $250 or less. That's pretty awesome. Now, again, I'm sure those homes need roofs and they're on a Rosen and they need flooring and they might smell like smoke and all those things I just said. But you can get a home for that. I will tell you right now, let's come back and get rid of that. Right now, if you're looking at getting into a home and let's say you want newer, right? So let's just say that's 6-8 years old or newer, and you want a 3-bed, 2-bath, and that's as picky as I'll get, right? And let's say you're not in an HOA, so we don't have the HOA fee. To be able to get that 6 to 8 year old home, not in an HOA with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, nothing spectacular, but it's in decent condition, right? It doesn't really need anything done to it. You're probably looking at about 340 to 360 is a starting price. Could you find one at 330? Maybe, but you're probably in the 340 to 360 range. If you can put up with some aesthetic wear and tear, right? And I shouldn't even say wear and tear, but let's say the cabinets are original and it's a 25, 30-year-old home and the flooring's original and it's all in good condition. It's just dated. You're probably looking at, 320. You can get them for 3 to 320. It's a funny thing that, I've been selling for, I want to say I started maybe in 04, 05, somewhere around there. And when I started, it was a common belief, common thought that when I'm going to get my starter home, my first home, I'm a first time home buyer, I'm going to buy a home that's really cheap and it's dated and it's got a lot of aesthetic like ickiness. I don't want to say issues or problems because they don't need to be fixed. It's just you'd prefer that they were updated, right? That was the thought process. And then when I sell it and I get that, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 check from selling my first home, now I can go buy that secondary home, right? That 6 to 8 year old home that really doesn't have anything that's old, maybe even a newer home. And I can afford it now. That mindset is out the door. And I think that's why a lot of people have challenges purchasing homes. I don't think it's as tough as a lot of people say. I think part of the challenge is the concept of what I'm willing to purchase has changed. I think people were willing to do that. And now it's crazy to hear these first-time home buyers who are 27 years old. They're buying their first home. They got $8,000 to their name. And they're saying, hey, I can't buy this thing. This is disgusting. I need a new home. And the thing I'm showing them is dated, but it's just fine. Like as a father with a daughter, if my daughter were to buy this, I'd be like, it's ugly, but it's a house. You're making money. You're paying down your mortgage instead of your landlord's mortgage. You're building your wealth. It's not going to fall. Like it's in great condition. It's just dated. It's not pretty. Maybe it's got the, I haven't seen this here, but I remember back when I sold in Minnesota, it's got the burnt orange carpet from 1974. And, it's got the 8-foot ceilings, and it's, and I don't want to criticize it. I think it's great if people are raising their standards. I think that's phenomenal. If you can afford those standards, and those standards are what are helping you move forward. But I think it holds a lot of people back. I think a lot of people that could get out of renting and could get into a home and own and build up that equity and change their wealth situation a year, 2 years, 3 years quicker, they don't do it because they've got this different perception of what they have to buy to keep up with the Joneses. And and again, this is my perception, which this is an opinion. It's not fact, but I don't care. Like, my vehicle, it's not a bad vehicle, but it's a Santa Fe, and it's got 70,000 miles. And I got hit on my rear corner, and it was minor enough I didn't even get it fixed. And I don't give a crap, because when I look at purchasing a new car for 30, 40, $50,000 versus keeping the one I've got out there that's fully paid for and has been for years, it makes me sick to my stomach knowing the money that I'll lose because I'm not taking that 30, 40, 50 grand and putting it into an investment that's going to make me 10% a year, right? Because that, I have to assume I have that money. Let's just say it's a $40,000 car, and it's going into an account, and I'm making 10% a year. That's $4 grand a year that all those little worker bees are paying me, right? And it's not $4 grand a year. It's $4 grand the first year. But now I got 44,000. It's going to be 4,400 the second year. And it's going to be $4,840, I think, the third year. It just grows and grows and grows. Or I can take that cash out and buy something to try and impress other people. I just don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'd rather build my wealth, my future. And because I have that desire, and that's my viewpoint, whether it's right or wrong, or you agree with me or disagree with me, I want you to do it too. I'm really attracted to like 20, 30-year-olds who are wanting to grow, wanting to get to that next level, whether it's with a home, whether it's with their wealth, with their relationships, with their career, with their whatever it is. Man, I want to help them get there. It's just awesome. So I share a lot of this data with you guys because, man, if I can get one person to buy into getting out of that doggone rental, again, assuming you're going to be there 2-3 years or longer, if you're going to be somewhere, let's say Port St. Lucie, for a year or two, and then you know that your job's going to take you to Jacksonville or New York or wherever, no, I'm not going to recommend that you buy. It just doesn't make sense numerically. But if you are going to stay here for 3+ years, almost assuredly, I've ran these numbers so many times, 95% of the time, it's going to make monetary sense, financial sense for you to buy. Guys, I'm going to get off my soapbox here. Hopefully, I've inspired one of you to quit renting, get into a purchase. If you got any questions, certainly reach out to me. If you've got ideas for new videos in the future, some portion of the Port St. Lucie market you'd like me to dig into, certainly let us know, and we'll do that. But thanks for joining me, and have a great rest of your week. Take care.